This is Justin Marshall.
Hello, Mr. Whitley.
Hello, Miss Whitley.
Mr. Whitley used to play golf with Mr. Wheeler, and he's on the board of directors.
Mr. Whitley, you were a friend of my dad's.
Yes.
Mike Marshall.
I was. He's a fine man. I'm sorry to meet you under such a sad occasion.
Yes, Mr. Whitley, it is.
We're all going to miss Alex so much.
Yes, I'm certainly sure of that. Would you excuse me, please? I'd like to say hello to my sister.
Certainly.
Sure.
Actually, have you spoken with Iris today?
Just briefly.
You look worse than you did last night, Paige.
Why don't you go and sit by somebody else, all right?
Alex was a very sick man.
I'm aware of that, Justin.
I doubt whether he would have ever recovered. There was so much pressure on him.
Why don't you just go tell your theories to someone else, all right? I really don't want to hear them right at the moment.
I think you're upset about more than Alex's death. What's going on with you, Paige?
It's none of your business.
Of course it's my business, Paige. You're my sister.
You just tend to your oil wells, brother dear. Just leave me alone.
I'm gonna make millions off of that well, Paige.
Good for you.
I just wanted to share a little of my good luck with you.
You never shared anything with me in your entire life.
It's never too late to start.
Oh, yes, it is, brother dear.
Paige, if my generosity offends you, maybe we can make a business deal. I'll buy your share of the ranch. You name the price.
I understood you were coming with Iris.
Well, she should be here shortly, Dad. Grant's driving her in her car. I came in mine.
How is she?
She's still pretty shaken. But Grant's been a great help to her.
Well, I'm sure it's been a great deal to her to have you with her at a time like this.
I guess so.
How's Vivian? Last time I saw her, she was having a pretty rough time of it.
Well, she's putting on an act for Mom, but she's taking it pretty hard.
How are you?
All right.
Are you?
I never really got a chance to know Alex very well.
He was your father.
I know. But it just doesn't seem real to me.
It must bother you a great deal that you never really got to know him.
Why are you saying this, Dad?
I feel it's important to talk about feelings like this. When people die, we sometimes have feelings we don't like to admit we have. Feelings of anger and resentment. Feeling of being abandoned. Something that we want very much is being taken away from us.
Well, if I have those feelings, I'm not aware of them.
I think it's important that you do become aware of them.
Why?
Because I think it's affecting your relationship with Paige.
So that's it, huh?
Paige is very upset, Dennis. She's talking about moving out.
She also the one who asked you to talk to me?
Of course not. In fact, she asked me not to.
But you decided to go against her request.
In this instance, yes.
You know, you surprised me, Dad.
What do you mean?
Well, you're usually the one who's angry when Mom tries to run my life.
I would never presume to run your life.
Well, then what is it you're trying to do?
I'm trying to help my son.
I think I'm old enough to take care of myself, Dad. I love you very much. But I just assume you kept out of my personal life.
Well, think about it. I'll call you later.
Fine.
I think it's a golden opportunity for you.
Justin.
You never did like the ranch. You certainly never liked Grandma. What's the problem? Certainly is beginning to fill up, isn't it?
What did you say to your sister to upset her so?
I offered to buy her shares of the ranch.
Oh, Justin. How could you bring that up at a time like this?
It was on my mind.
How can you be so insensitive?
I wanted to help her out. What's wrong with that?
Hello, Mrs. Marshall. Miss Rena.
Hello, Grandma. I don't suppose you're going to congratulate me about the oil strike yesterday.
I never congratulated your father about any of his oil deals. And they were all out of state or out of the country. I most certainly am not going to congratulate you for destroying the land right across the way from me.
I'd hoped there wouldn't be any hard feelings.
Justin, you know how I feel. So get used to it.
Let's go sit down, Kate.
That's a good idea.
I have this feeling about you.
What kind of feeling?
I just don't think you're as bad as you make yourself out to be.
Ah, so you're a social worker all of a sudden, huh?
I don't know. Look, I'll be back to see you tomorrow morning as soon as I can, okay?
Could do a lot worse, Joe. A lot worse. Looks like we're in for some trouble.